So I know all you notice people are wondering, how much did the house cost? How did you finance it? And all that fun stuff. I'm going to do a full breakdown on my finance channel, Emeka Odo Finance, but briefly I'll talk about it. The house cost around 520K, right? And obviously to finance a house, you can either pay with cash, which if you have 500 grand just there, listen, send me your number, I will call you and we can talk because I need some money. Obviously you can finance in just cash, or you use some cash and also get a mortgage, right, from a bank. Now, the amount of mortgage or amount you can loan from a bank, which is a mortgage, will depend mostly on your salary, right? Most banks are willing to lend you 5x or 4 to 6x your salary, and then you make the rest of the portion with cash. So a house that costs 520 grand, if you have 100 grand of cash, you then need to borrow 420 grand, right? That's how you actually finance the house. On top of the deposit, which would be the biggest cash loss, you also have stamp duty and legal fees, right? For a house that costs 520K, your stamp duty will be 16 grand, which is a lot of money, right? Because that's cash you have to pay once you actually get the keys. And most lawyers will make you pay on completion day. So that'll be your second biggest cost, your stamp duty. Now, legal fees depend on the lawyer themselves, but most times it's around 2K. So as you can imagine, deposit, biggest cost, stamp duty, and then legal fees. Something else most people do as well is snagging, and it's more or less trying to find defects in the house. You can find a snagger online. I did one literally today. How to find a good one: read some reviews online and put your trust in someone. So that's what I literally did, right? He snagged the house today just to make sure whoever actually built the house built it to a good standard, and he'll send me a report at the end of today with the full breakdown and any issues in quotes, but he more or less said the house is built properly, which I'm quite happy about. Yeah, so I will do a full breakdown of all the costs for the house literally on my finance channel. And when I mean full breakdown, I will show you emails, screenshots, literally every single cost, what I put on my deposit, and not the source of deposit because obviously that's a bit weird, but literally every single cost breakdown will be on my finance YouTube channel. But ultimately, when you're buying a house, right? The first thing you have to decide is location, right? So I was very location agnostic. Obviously, I work in Canary Wharf. So for me, as long as I could get to work within, let's say 60, 70 minutes, I was completely fine. And I'm telling you, I and my fiance viewed houses in Surrey, Hitchin, Stevenage. Did we go Kent? We didn't go to Kent, but more or less everywhere else we viewed because we didn't really care if we're south, west, north. Like we viewed houses in Guildford, for example, on the first week. So once you know where your location is, then obviously from that, you have to think about it. What kind of house do you want? All things being equal, a detached house is more expensive than a semi-detached house because obviously detached is by itself. Think about the bedrooms, right? All things being equal, a 3-bed is more expensive than a 2-bed, a 4-bed is more expensive than a 3-bed. So put all of that together, and the first step I would say in a house buying process is to actually find out and obviously look at your account. How much deposit do you have and how much can you borrow? Once you know how much you can borrow and you know how much deposit you have, then you have that ballpark amount of the house you can buy or the house price, right? If, for example, the house you can buy is around 600K, I would say don't try and go for a 600K house, right? Because like I said before, there's stamp duty, there's legal fees, and also once you move into your house, you need to furnish it, right? Don't be like me. Literally when I get back to London today, I will be on my laptop trying to order like a mattress and some random stuff to live in. I have no money left to literally live in the house, and it's actually not a joke, like literally no money left. So if you can buy a 600K house, I would say look in the range of 500 to 550. To me, that makes the most sense because Yes, you buy a house, but can you actually run the house, right? There'll be costs, electricity, water, moving, so many costs that you need to consider. So that's the first step, right? Don't be greedy. Don't go for the max house price you can buy. Go for, I would say, 20-25% lower, right? Now, when you're searching for houses, honestly, I use Zoopla. That was literally all I used. I went on Zoopla, I put my filters, and then I looked at the house it gave me. If you can buy a 600K house, you can set your filter as max 600K, but look within the 570, 560, even 550 range, and try and find the best house in that range. And once you find a house, literally, Zoopla is quite easy. Book a viewing and go view the house. And once you find a house you like, it's obviously the art of deal making, right? What offer do you put in? Honestly, all that stuff is a waste of time. Because to me, if I buy the house at 600 and some random guy comes to view it in the next minute and says, you know what, I need a house quickly, right? And they put 650K, the house is gone, right? So it talks about how to put in an offer. If you see a house you really like, more times than not, the best way to get it is just to put an offer slightly above the asking price. I'm not saying this is like the best thing to do, but in my opinion, is what works the most usually, right? And that's what we more or less did, right? We offered around 5-10% above the asking price and we got the house. And also because once the people selling to you know you work for investment banking, they are more likely to give you the house because they're like, you know what, this guy's mortgage will go through because there's no criminal stuff in the background. But yeah, full breakdown will be on my finance YouTube channel. I give you guys a bit right now, but I'm literally gonna break down everything about house buying, right? The cost, house to house search, location of the house, what to consider, how to organize the viewing. Literally, it will be probably an hour video. So go subscribe to my other YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this one. Literally any comments, feedbacks for the house, put in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.